going to start over, rewind, right? Instant replay. So love streamers online, welcome today to Mother's Day. We hope you celebrate right where you are. We're going to be celebrating in the sanctuary today. We have a special Rose Garden rededication after service. We have a special Mother's Day brunch in Carter Hall, which is really decked out and looks beautiful in there today. So welcome. We're glad you're here today. And if you're a first-time guest or a repeat guest, someone who hasn't been here for a while, we're very glad to see you. We're very glad you're here. And again, after service, we have a full fellowship lunch, so stay for that. And we invite you to take a moment to silence your cell phone. Even if you're at home, silence your cell phone. So this next hour or so can be quiet time for you, and you can celebrate and connect with Spirit with us. So if you'd silence your cell phones, we would appreciate that. And we are going to go into our CSLB vision, which is a world that works for everyone. And we always say at CSLB, it's not a world that works for someone, it's a world that works for everyone. And our purpose, we're all inclusive to that divinity within our humanity, to that heavenly realm, inviting it into the earthly realm, the celestial and the terrestrial together. And we say we do that by awakening humanity to our spiritual magnificence. It's in each and every one of us, and it's up to each and every one of us to feel that spark, to know that spark is in there, to turn that spark into the flame of love in your heart and into the light of love in your world. That spark's there. It's up to us to recognize it and to bring it forth. And our, Chuck, can you advance the slide there? And our CSLB mission is transforming lives one thought at a time. That's how we do it. Sometimes one day at a time is way too big, too much in 24 hours. So we don't take a whole day at a time. We take it one thought at a time. And that's how we transform lives at CSLB. So right now, I would like you to turn to someone, just say hi, say howdy. Mr. Rogers says, if we greeted someone with a howdy neighbor every day, it would change the world. It's that easy. This is not complicated stuff. Howdy neighbor. How are you, howdy neighbor? Howdy neighbor. All right, and now we will invite Gilman to go into our opening song.
I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear, my soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here, yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here, my soul is welcome here, my soul is welcome here, yeah, my soul is welcome here. I said, my soul is welcome here, yeah, my soul is welcome here. I said, your soul is welcome here, yeah, your soul is welcome, and my soul is welcome here, yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a
to start Mother's Day. Love that energy. Now, Yvonne's going to do our announcements, and she may need to be reading it from that screen or this screen. We'll see how we go, but we're going to go with our announcements. And if you can advance it, the clicker's not moving them forward. Okay, there we go. I think it's working. There we go. All right. So this is a slide. Yes, so I'll let Yvonne talk to this. Your soul is welcome here, and we do lots of events that make your soul welcome here on Saturdays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So this was a Saturday soul welcoming event, and I'll let Yvonne talk about it. Oh, this, gotcha. Our soul is welcome here. Now we need to make the sound and volume and microphones all turned on at once.
We had melodies in the garden yesterday at my house, and it was one of our fundraisers for the year. And it turned out so beautiful. The day was perfect. All the people here in the congregation that helped, I mean, Lord, you made it wonderful. We had tablecloths, and we had flowers on the tables, and we had the musician was Evie Evans, you remember, our lady that sings here, our jazz singer, and she brought Rick Taylor around with her, and all of the appetizers were beautiful. We had a wonderful time. And the center got $1,500 from all you people.
It was our biggest fundraiser.
A nice fundraiser, nice
Thank
fundraiser.
you everyone for stepping up, for being there, for preparing the food. So anyone who had any part in that yesterday, if you just stand up so we can acknowledge you, or put your hand up. If you participated, if you helped with the food, if you helped with the preparation, just stand up so we can acknowledge you, or hand up.
Yeah.
A lot of hands up. What is it? Teamwork makes the dream work,
I
and
mean,
that
it
was for
was.
sure yesterday. But we want to thank Yvonne and Jack and Lois who sponsored that event. And what a great event, and what a great fundraiser for the center. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
It was great. Thank you. And his volunteer of the month is Shannon Collins. Well, she is here in thought because she is here, and she's just on the board now, and she's been just so helpful in doing everything and taking charge in her new position. So we say happy birthday, and also a volunteer of the month to Sharon.
And I also want to call out, we have Shannon and Shanna, and I want to call out Shanna, who's watching from home today, for being such a help at the event yesterday. So we
gosh,
want to
yes.
acknowledge Shanna for her that. So we have Shanna and Shannon. I'm always getting them confused, but today we've got it cleared up.
And the flower ministry, oh, I love the flowers that both Reverend Beverly and Ross bring to us every Sunday. And these are sponsored by the...
Deanna today.
Huh?
Deanna sponsored them
Deanna.
today.
Oh, Deanna, okay, they're beautiful. I know you're taking them home. For Mother's Day. Oh, and our memorial for Fern Westrick is going to be on the 17th, May 17th, and it'll be at 10 a.m. So please, if you know somebody that knows her that we haven't spoke to, please get the word out that that's when her memorial will be. Okay. And it's twice a month, second and third?
First and third.
First and third Sundays, we have the Science of Mind discussion. It's the casual group that we have here at 9 o'clock. And there's about 6 or 7, maybe 8 of us that sit around. We take a page, we read it, and we talk about it and see what it means to us and something else. And it always comes up to be an enlightening half an hour. So please join us. It's only a half an hour earlier.
There's no homework and no cost, so join us.
Oh, we still have our wellness midweek faith lift. It's always on the 1st, so everyone's invited. Okay, so all you have to do is let Reverend Michael know so he can send you the Zoom address. Okay, don't forget it. I forgot it last week. And the Good Grief movement has been moved until Tuesday. But you know, it's like you said, you don't have to have any grieving right now. If there's anything on your mind that you want to talk about or things that have happened in the past you want to bring up, that's the time to come here. It could be a personal practitioner session. Just come and listen, and you can share with whatever you want. So it's at 130 1 to 2:30.
1 to 2:30.
On Tuesdays now. Okay.
Right. And it's, I don't want to say it's amazing because amazing is normal in this teaching. So when you experience amazing, know that it's normal to be amazing. But it's amazing to me, amazingly normal. We always, at the end of the group, find our way to laughter because even in the presence of grief, is the presence of joy, and we always find our way to laughter in that group. So come on down, and we learn a lot, and we share a lot. We share from the heart, not from the head, and it's a wonderful group and a wonderful space to open your heart. So all are welcome.
And then we're doing the Jesse Jennings book, More Than We Seem. And that's a book study at my house, and Reverend Neil is facilitating that. And all we do is we open up the page, and whatever the questions are on that page, we talk about how we see the questions, and then he reads what Jesse Jennings is saying about it, and then we discuss it some more. So it's been an interesting book. We're on about four times now, and you don't have any homework in that one either.
Good stuff. No homework. Good stuff.
And we have a new class coming up, and that's called The 5 Steps to Freedom Workshop. And both our Reverend Beverly and Reverend Michael are going to be facilitating that. And it's going to start tomorrow?
Starts tomorrow already. We're here.
So if you haven't signed up, please sign up in Carter Hall and let us know. And I know there's books out there.
We have
too.
4 or 5 books left. If you need a book, Amazon had about a 5 to 7 day delay on them, but we do have 5 books there. It's $15 for the book, $99 for the class. So if you need a book, grab one off the events table today.
Okay. I can't read that one.
That's today, Mother's Day brunch and Rose Garden. So we're doing our service, then right after service, we're going out and having a rededication of the Rose Garden. And Jan Bell's family is joining us here today. Yay, first time I'm meeting them, but we're glad to have you here and glad to have you join us in the Rose Garden. And they purchased a couple of roses, and they're there. So we thank them for supporting the Rose Garden and for being here today. We're very, very glad you're here today. I didn't know your mom. I wish I had, but I've heard wonderful things about her. She was a longtime member of the center. Very much loved and touched so many hearts here. So thanks for bringing your heart here today, and we hope our heart and the heart of this service touches you as well.
We have our movie night, which is coming up, and it's the
RBG. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's her documentary on her life, and she stood for women's rights and equal rights. She was on the Supreme Court and believed in upholding those rights of freedom and justice for all. And at times she was a lone voice, at times she joined in other voices, but a great voice in empowerment, self-empowerment. She found her voice, she spoke her truth, and it's a great journey of empowerment through her life. So if you want to know what empowerment looks like and feels like, come on and to join us for Ruth Bader Ginsburg Wednesday night, 5 to 5:40, spaghetti dinner, and 5:40 to about 7:15, the movie. And then we always have a discussion afterwards, and the discussion's great. So join us this Wednesday.
Oh, the Daniel Nimad concert is going to be on May 24th, and that's from 12 to 1:30 here. And do you want to explain a little bit about that too?
Sure. Daniel's going to be doing our music in-house, so he will be singing the Sunday music on the 24th, and he will be doing a concert right after lunch from 12 to 1:30. So join us for that concert, and he also will have his wife's jewelry. I know a lot of people saying, he's bringing in his wife's jewelry. She makes jewelry on her own, and they're beautiful pieces, and I've had 4 or 5 people say, tell him to bring his jewelry because I want to buy some more. So Daniel will be here with his songs, with his jewelry, and always helps me out with the message. He's great to work with on Sunday service, so don't miss it. He's a special voice and a special presence, and he really brings spirit alive in this center. So join us on May 24th. We're thrilled to have him in person.
Yes. And then we have something else happening. We have the Great American Band Concert, and that's on Sunday, May 31st, and that's with our own people here. So If you, again, you'll read those for me, Jim.
I will have to read the names off of here. I think to see if the slide's been updated. We
See
have
what happens
Adrian,
when-
we have Jim, we have David Moore, Calvin Cicero, and John Buck, I believe, are joining us. So they're going to be joining Adrian. He's been putting that concert together, and it's going to be a great event. Again, it's after service. It's a love offering. So come, enjoy the message, enjoy lunch, and enjoy a concert. So lots going on at CSLB in May.
Right. Oh, and this is the ordination. We're having a big celebration in on June 6th too. It's a celebration for his ordination, Reverend Michael's, and everyone is invited. Now, we have heard that a few people have not received their invitations or something happened to them, and we want you to know that everybody's invited, and we'll get an invitation. You tell us, we'll give an invitation today or whatever.
Yes, this is your invitation. If you haven't gotten one, just let the office know if you'd like to attend. And some people said they didn't get them. So if you didn't get one, you were intended to get one. They were mailed out. So if you didn't get one, let us know, and we'll get you on the list if you're going to make it on June 6th. It's going to be a great day of celebration. We have a lot of ministers from CSL all over the country coming in. It's going to be a great spiritual awakening and learning and lesson and celebration, and we have a wonderful lunch afterwards catered by Barry Coleman of CSL Palm Springs, who is going to do the catering for us. So it's going to be a wonderful day, a wonderful event. It's only taken me 18 years to get to ordination, so I'm a slow learner, but I do get there, right? The tortoise and the hare, you choose your own path, your own method, but I made it, so come celebrate with us. It's going to be a great day.
Yes, please be there. I'll do that too. We still have our prayer in the Om room right behind us, and it's usually led by Adrian. So if you have anything on your mind, it's like that 2-minute miracle that we used to have, that we used to be over here. Well, now we have a quieter place back here, but we do it in a group. And so it's just to sharing your thoughts and what your needs are, and you're all invited to that too. So that's right directly after service in the Om room right here. Oh my gosh, you should see how it's decorated in there. It's so beautiful for Mother's Day. And so please stay with us for the community potluck and the dinner, and then we'll go out to the Rose Garden.
Okay, good. And now we will have Gilman do his second song, and then after that, Yvonne will do the pray-in, and then we'll get on with the message.
This is kind of a centering song, so. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems that I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There love that sets us free. There is only love.
Yes, there is only one. One life, one spirit, one love. God is everywhere present in and through all things. I sense His presence wherever I am, in the seasons of the year, in the flowers, in the trees, blooming right now, in the mountains, everywhere, everything. Also, Spirit is beyond our sight, beyond our hearing, beyond our touch, known only to the senses, the God within. God is the creator of this and much, much more. God is everywhere present. Knowing that God is in all of us and through all of us, I know that I am a divine manifestation of the one presence. As I know this for me, I also know that for everyone else. We are all one. And today, I bless a congregation here and on social media who all come to hear the words that Reverend Michael will speak. They're the words from God. He is the vessel. I bless the media for bringing us the program, and I bless Carver for the words and his music. And I know that as we listen to the music, we will understand what those words are. We are one. As I listen to the lesson, I know that we'll get what we're here to hear. And the title of his talk is Be an Owl. And if you see on the program is Be One with Love. And so it is.
And so it is. And so, thank you, Yvonne. Beautiful prayer. And in one of Gilman's song, there's only love. Love is never lost. And so we don't have to go looking for it or find it. And in our Science of Mind teaching, everything always shows up in the divine right time. And I think that might be true of Spirit's love. Might not be present with us all the time, but when we really need it, when we most need it, when we most trust it, and we move from that needing into that seating and know that seated in our soul is that presence of love, that light of love, that truth of love, that flame of love eternal, it's there for us. It's there for us without our having to look for it. And I have a great moment this morning. I often do this with my glasses in the house, and my dad did this. I'm turning into my father. He would go around the house, where are my glasses, where are my glasses? They were right here. We'd never tell him. He'd pass in front of a mirror, and he'd come out and give us all a look like, you could have told me where they were. And so I had my own moment today. I was looking for my cell phone before the service, and I was heading to the car, and I was looking, and I couldn't find it, and it was right in my pocket. So nothing is ever lost. It's always present. And there's a movie, Pocket Full of Miracles, and I kind of think that's the presence of love in our soul and the presence of love in our heart and the presence that we presence in the world every day. We have pockets full of miracles, and it's ours to reach into our pocket, grab a handful of those miracles, and offer them to someone else. And so what we're offering today, in terms of offering something forth in this service, and offering things forth as far as events. We've got something going on almost every day of the week at this center. And on Sunday, it's always a special day because we come together in community. We come together in that unity of oneness and wholeness and perfection. And so today I thought in that concept of the Dalai Lama that we're all one and there are no others, kind of a big jump in consciousness to bridge from, no, it's their fault, and they did it to me, and I'm a victim, into that consciousness of there are no others. And so this opening story speaks to that truth that the Dalai Lama reminds us of. And on Mother's Day, there's this mother, and she's driving her car. And it's an older car, and she gets into a busy intersection, and the car stops dead in its tracks. And she tries to start it, and she tries to start it, and she tries to start it, and she tries to start it. Nothing. And the gentleman in the car behind her, the more she tries to start the car, the more he leans on his horn and goes, wah, wah, wah. That's my imitation of a horn. I'm working on it. And finally, she gets out, and she goes to the gentleman in the car behind him in loving presence, right? She takes out a pocket full of miracles. She offers him a miracle, and she says, look, we're all one on this planet, and I love you, and so I'm going to take your place in your car, and I'm going to do the honking, and I'm going to invite you to take my place in my car and try and get my car started. So the Dalai Lama says we're all one. Whether we're honking behind or trying to get the star started, if we can just think that we might want to change positions with people and see things from their point of view, might be a kinder and more gentle world. And the Dalai Lama invites us to remember there are no others. We're all one. We're all in this together. And we ain't going to get out of this unless we get out of it together. So no, a lot of work to be done. So let's do it together. It's a lot more fun, a lot easier when we share the load. And so poet Mary Oliver shares this. There are 100 paths through the world that are easier than loving. But who wants easier? And I love that. And so our opening story is entitled The Rock. And it's kind of a story about a pocket full of miracles. And if we offer that forth in the world, that's what shows up in our life. It's about an enlightened woman, a sacred woman. She's practiced all of her prayers and all of her principles. And she's on a sacred hike on a sacred snow-capped mountain. And she's along the path. And all of a sudden, in the presence of the moment, a rock on the side of the trail kind of glistens and gleams, and it catches her eye. And she stops, and she pauses, and she bends down, she picks up that rock, and she just feels this heavenly presence. And so she says, I'm going to keep this rock. She puts it in her satchel. She moves on. And a few moments later, she meets a man who's hungry and looking for food, and he asks, do you have any food? And she says, I have a sandwich in my bag. And she opens her satchel to retrieve the sandwich to give to this man. We're all one, right? We share everything here on this planet. That's the ideal. We're working toward that. And as she opens the bag, this radiant light comes from out of that rock that she'd picked up. And it's this golden aura of warm, loving, compassionate, kind, caring light. And it envelops both of them, and it embraces both of them, and it enshrouds both of them in this golden aura of light. And they both feel this incredible presence. And the man says, would it be okay if instead of you're giving me a sandwich, would you give me this rock? And the enlightened woman says, yes, you may have this rock. And the man goes on his way, and he's ecstatic at this new gift that he's gotten, and he's kind of gloating. I have this incredible rock that has this incredible energy and essence of spirit that I can feel when I hold this rock. I can only imagine what this rock is worth in monetary value. I'm a rich man. And he starts on his path. And part of what we're here to do, I feel, what I'm here to do, you decide what you're here to do. I can't decide that for you. But what I'm here to do is to walk and to witness and to wonder. And so this man is walking, and then he witnesses what he's feeling inside himself, and he begins to wonder, am I really a rich man because I have this rock? And he goes, there's something else I want from that woman. And he goes back, meets the woman, circles back, gives her the rock, and returns it to her. And she said, are you aware of the value of this rock? And he said, yes, I am. And she says, why are you returning it to me? I gifted it to you. And the man says to her, because the gift of love is not in the rock you gave me. The gift of love is in your willingness within to give to a stranger that you've never met, to give something so precious to a stranger that you've never met. And so the lesson of this is we can experience the wonder of being one with it all if from within inside we're willing to give from our love. And so when we come to realize how valuable love is, It's not in a rock. It's not in a sacred object or a sacred symbol or a sacred teaching. That rock of the ages, and that rock is that love within us, that pocket full of miracles that we carry, that pocket full of miracles in our soul, that pocket full of miracles in our heart, and that pocket full of miracles, which it's only ours to reach into our pockets, often those miracles to the world. Sometimes it's a rock, but usually the greatest miracle we can offer this world is the miracle of the love within us. And as we offer that to the world without, the world becomes the miracle we've been waiting to see. So, the openness of your heart is a true gift I trust you will in some way receive today. A heart that is so rooted in love that it gives without fear. A heart wise like an owl that lives as one in love. Poet Mary Oliver shares this: there are 100 paths through the world that are easier than loving. But who wants easier? Scripture speaks all of the time, all throughout Scripture, of sacred rocks and sacred wisdom. And Chuck, if you could advance the next slide. And our Sunday talk is be an owl and be one with love. And the sacred rocks that we're talking about are Miriam's rock, and that rock drew water from the dry of the desert. That was her pocket full of miracles that she carried with her, was a magical rock. And whenever she tapped it on the dry of the desert, a wellspring of water came up and fed tens of thousands of people, quenched their thirst. And Scripture says when you drink of this water of pure essence, this water of pure energy, this water of pure electricity, you will never thirst again. Moses received his message on stone tablets. And the stone from Jesus' tomb, if you remember, it was rolled away. The stone from Jesus' tomb was rolled away. And who rolled it away? Who knows the Scripture? Who rolled it away? Angels came down from heaven and rolled that stone away on the third day. Not man, angels. And the reason that stone was rolled away by angels, symbolically in metaphysical terms, it was a symbolism of rolling away the separation between heaven and earth, and that was Christ's message. And we believe in Christ's consciousness. We don't deny a man named Jesus, who was very loving, was present, but we believe in the Christ consciousness in this teaching, the consciousness of love that he held, which is the consciousness of the pocket full of miracles that's in each of us that's only ours to bring forth. And so it's the rolling away of the stone by angels from heaven, and that metaphysically means the rolling away of the separation of heaven and earth. That in our humanity is our divinity, and it's ours to bring that forth. You know, sacred rocks are spoken of all throughout Scripture. All throughout Scripture. And I ask you today, what's your sacred rock? That woman who gave away that sacred rock that had the essence and the energy and the electricity of Spirit's love. What's your sacred rock? What's so precious to you within? What's so valuable? What's so loving? What's within you? What's your sacred rock? And would you willingly give it to a stranger? That precious thing, that pocket full of miracles of your soul, that pocket full of miracles of your heart, that pocket full of miracles that you are in this world. Would you give that pocket full of miracles, that rock, willingly to a stranger? What's your sacred rock? What's your sacred rock within you that you're willing to roll away to see it in a new way? What's your sacred rock of anger that you're willing to roll away to see it as awesomeness? What's your sacred rock within you? What's that awesomeness within you? What's that rock within you that you would be willing to give away to a stranger? And what's your sacred rock? What's your sacred rock within your soul? What is it? Is it a flower? Is it a vision? Is it a garden? Is it light? What is that sacred rock in terms of something in your soul, the essence of your soul, the part of your soul that brings all of your soul together in that oneness of that engulfing light of love? And I ask you, whatever that rock in your soul is, whether it's something you might want to choose to forgive, whether it's something you might want to choose to release, whether it's something you might want to choose to resolve, whatever that rock in your soul is, are you willing to see Spirit in the presence of whatever the rock in your soul is? Are you willing to see Spirit in the presence of the rock, of whatever rock is maybe holding your heart or keeping your heart heavy? Are you willing to see Spirit in the rock of a condition of your life? And are you willing to give that rock of conditions and that rock of containment and that rock of chaos, are you willing to give it over to Spirit? That's where the magic of this teaching begins. That's where the magic of your pocket full of miracles shows up. That's where the magic of the pocket full of miracles in your soul and in your heart and in your life shows up. It's when you're willingly ready to give up your rock of conditions and worry and lack and limitation, and you're willing to turn it over to Spirit. Because Spirit's in that rock, Spirit's in that limitation, and Spirit's in that lack. And the way Spirit shows up is love. Love transforms all of those conditions. So are you willing not only to give away your rock of great love to a stranger, are you willing to give up your rock of great worry to Spirit? I think that's what this teaching asks us, invites us. Poetry for me is about, I love poetry. If you know that, I usually include poetry in a talk. This talk is lots of poetry about Mother's Day. So if you haven't been here and you missed some of the poems that I brought forth, you're going to get caught up today. So you're going to be filled up on poetry. Because poetry for me is about being one with love. It's rhymes, it's rhythms, it's rhapsodies. They help to rejuvenate and resuscitate and resonate and reawaken the gift of Spirit within me, without me, and all around and about me. And so I invite you to listen to this poem that I'm about to read. And I invite you to listen it, not from your head, but from your heart. I invite you to listen to it, not to the words, but I invite you to give up the need to listen to words, and I invite you to listen to the seeds of the present of this poem that are in the silence between the words. And I invite you to listen to this poem from the sacred space of that sacred rock of our sacred soul of being one with love. I invite you to listen to this from being one with love. The poem's called The Gift. It was written by a practitioner at a center I was prior at in Palm Desert named Christine Cummings, and I share it with you today. I live in sparkling waters. Go to your heart. Go to your heart. I live in sparkling waters and in every grain of sand. I live on snow-capped mountains and in the heart of man. I live in far-off cities and in nearby hamlets too. I am the sacred Spirit that lives and breathes as you. I am your close companion in every breath you take, the light that always guides you, the rock along your path. So pick me up, put me in your pocket, hold me in your heart, and know we are together, and we are never, never apart. I am with you always through endless shades of time, through dimensions beyond knowing. We are forever intertwined. The intertwining of Spirit in the presence of that rock, the intertwining of Spirit in the calamity of our conditions, the intertwining of Spirit in the chaos of this world, the intertwining of Spirit as the consciousness of all as one in love. Good intertwining, huh? Good thread. Good thread to be knitting with, good thread to be sewing with. Good thread to be tying things up in that unity of oneness together. So for me, poetry is kind of a wise owl of wondrous language. And it's a medium, and it's a message, and it's a messenger. And it's the medium of love in my soul. It's the message of the love in my heart, and it's the message of the love in this world that I am becoming. I have not yet fully blossomed, but I'm in the process of becoming, and the seeds are firmly planted, and the blossom is starting to open, but it's opening more every day. It even opens on sunny days when the sun is out. It's opening all the time, even opening in the dark of the night. And so for me, poetry is a wondrous language that kind of nourishes and nurtures my blossoming. And so Christopher Fry shares this of poetry. Poetry is the language in which humankind explores its own amazement. What amazement within you are you willing to explore today? What amazement within you are you willing to excavate today? And what amazement within you? It's in there. It's like the ragu spaghetti sauce. It's all in there. The herbs and the spices and the sugar and the sweet and the tomatoes and the garden herbs, it's all in there. This amazement in your soul is in there, waiting for you to awaken to it and become alive to it and become one with it. What's the amazing thing in your soul that you're willing to awaken to today? Matsuo Basho writes this of poetry. Poetry, real poetry, is to lead a beautiful life. To live poetry is better than to write it. To live poetry. What's the poetry you're willing to live today? What's the poetry, what's the poem, what's the prose you're willing to live today? David Carradine shares this of poetry. If you cannot be a poet, be the poem. Be the poem. What's the poem? What's the prose? What's the poetry of that amazing essence of energy in your soul? What word would you use to bring forth that amazing essence in your soul? What line or rhythm or rhyme or rhapsody would you use to resonate with that rhythm and that energy and that essence of amazement in your soul, that it resonates within, without, around, and all about? And what poem would you write yourself? And I invite you to do this today when you go home. Write yourself a poem, and it can be 3 or 4 lines. Write yourself a poem, but don't write it from the you that you know. Write it from the you that you're becoming. Write it from the you of that essence of amazement in your soul. And you know what? If you sit down and say, write this from my spirit, I invite you to write this through the amazement in my soul, you're going to write an amazing poem. You're going to write an amazing poem. So on this Mother's Day, the language of poetry and poem and prose that I'm inviting in is the language of being one with love. Language of being one with love. And whether your mother was good or bad or indifferent, she probably was just the way she was, and we probably labeled it. So I'm going to invite you to open up to that amazement in your soul by becoming aware that whatever your mother was that you thought she was, you gave her that label. She was probably something even more than that, but we couldn't see beyond her label. So I invite you to unlabel what you thought your mother was and to feel into that loving essence of amazement that was in her soul, because it was there. And perhaps if we didn't feel it, it's because we weren't open to it. Perhaps we weren't open to it. How can we be one? And so most mothers, I feel, did their best to be the poem and the poetry and the prose of being one with love. They did their best. And so I invite us today to be an owl, O.W.L, to be one with love. And to be one with love on this Mother's Day, here's an opening poem. Before we learned poetry, we knew a mother's care, a hand that held us, a heart that gave hope, a love that made room for grace. Whether by blood or by choice, or by soul connection, or by all 3 at once, love has made us whole. It lives in kindness and guiding voice, teaching us that love is strong and wise. So today, on this Mother's Day, we pause with thanks and learn to live as one with love. Ernest Holmes shares this of being one with love. He shares, love heals. Love then forgives, and then love makes whole. And the order of that statement is very important. The orders of words in a poem and prose and poetry are important. The words are not there by accident. The rhyme, the rhythm, and the rhapsody, and the rhyme, the rhythm, and the rhapsody of that essence, of the amazement, of the energy in our soul is not there by accident. It will not come forth by accident. It will come forth by the awareness of our aligning with that frequency. And so love heals, forgives, and makes whole. The alignment of those words, and you can see them as a poem if you choose to, are very important because first, love heals, because you cannot forgive from an unhealed place. And so until you are healed by the love that was within you, and you heal all of the conditions without of you, you can't forgive. Forgiveness comes from a place of unconditional love. So first we heal ourselves, then we forgive others, and that makes all of us whole as one to the place where there is no other. There's a story of a mother, and it's her son's wedding day. And if you are a mother and you've had a daughter who's getting married, or son is getting married, kind of important day, right, to be on the church on time. And so this story is about being one with love and getting me to the church on time. Mother is driving her son to the church for his wedding day. And little did she know, it was the day of a big parade of celebration. It was a Memorial Day parade or 4th of July parade or Veterans parade, huge parade in her town. She turns onto Main Street because the church is at the end of Main Street. The parade is going by, and there's no way she can drive her car down Main Street because it's blocked off. How? And my son said, I got to get to the church on my time. It's wedding day, and there's the church, and we can't get to it. And her mother looks and says, I am one with love. I am one with the presence of all things. I am one with the presence of the parade. And she pulls into the parade, and she says to her son, roll down your window and start waving like you belong in the parade. Start waving like you belong in the parade. And all of a sudden, the mother's moving with the parade. It ends at the church parking lot. They get to the church on time. And so the lesson is that it's better that we join the parade than rain on somebody else's parade. And better yet than joining a parade that's already in progress. That's okay. But better than joining a parade in already progress, create your own parade of paradise on earth. Better than joining a parade in progress, create your own parade of paradise on earth. Wouldn't that be a wonderful poem? How about the poem of paradise on earth? And how would we say that in Science of Mind? I don't know. I do know. Spirit knows. How would we say the poem of paradise on earth? We would say there is one power. I am one with that power. That power is the presence of all things as possible. And I know all things is possible on this earth. I know the healing presence of war as peace. I know the healing presence of hate as love. I feel the healing presence of dark as light. And I feel the presence of Spirit in, as, and through me. And I am so grateful that the presence of Spirit in, as, and through me is the parade of paradise that I choose to call forth, pray forth, and live forth every day. And I invite us to say together, and so it is. What's your parade of paradise? What is your poetry of paradise? What is your prose of paradise? What is your paradigm of paradise? You know, by walking our path just the way we're walking it, and by witnessing the path we're walking on, becomes a window of opportunity. And it becomes a window of opportunity of living right here and now in the moment. And when we live right here and now in the moment by walking and witnessing, what we come to is the wonder of our heart opening to love. So we walk and we witness and we wonder. And this following story is about a woman's POV, from a woman's POV of becoming a new mother for the first time. And any of you who've known that, I have not known that. I might have in a prior lifetime, I don't recall it. But that can be wonderful and terrifying at the same time, right? All of the, I'm not enough. How's this going to work out? And so this poem is from a mother speaking of the transformation of a motherhood, capturing its joys and its challenges and its deepening love. So listen to this again from your heart. Maybe you hear your mom's voice in this. or whoever was your mom, if it was a stay-at-home dad or an aunt or an uncle or a neighbor who raised you lovingly, whoever that mothering, nurturing presence is in your life, hear their voice right now. Mine would be my mom, and then my Aunt Betty, who was amazing. On this Mother's Day, I want you to know how deeply you are loved. From the moment you came into my life, you filled it with beauty and purpose and a joy I had never known before. Because of you coming into my life, think of this in the mother in your life, whoever that was, I have become softer and at the same time stronger, and day by day more grateful. Loving you has been the most sacred part of my life I have ever known. Thank you for choosing me to be your mom. You are my greatest gift, and I will always love you. I hope you always remember this. You were loved from the beginning. You are loved right here and now. And you will be loved through all of the eternity of my life. With all of the love in my heart, you, my child, and I will always be one in love. Be an owl. Be an owl. Be an owl. Be one with love. Whether you're the gentleman honking the horn, whether you're the woman picking up a rock and giving it away, whether you're the mother who joins the parade of paradise on earth, or whether you're the one praying forth paradise on earth in your life, be one with love. Be one with love when you drive your car. Be one with your love when you pay your bills. Be one with your love when you're in an argument. Be one with love wherever you are. Be an owl. Be wise with wisdom, the wisdom of knowing that love heals, makes whole, and makes complete. You know, poetry for me is a wondrous language. It's a wondrous language that carries me on the words and the rhyme and the rhythm into that rhapsody of the paradise of heaven on earth. Be an owl. Our next poem is the poem from a son that he reads to his dying mother in her final hours. To my mother. Mom. Could be a daughter, could be a son. What words would you share with your mother in her final moments? My mother shared with me how grateful she was to have been with my father all those years. And she said she just wished she could tell him one more time, what a good time I had with you. What a good time I had. So if your only prayer today is the prayer of presence, I hope for you, and I hold for you, and I know for you the prayer of the presence of paradise on earth, of right here and now being able to say with the people you're with, right here and right now, I want you to know what a good time I've had because you were in my life. Son to a mother. Mom, no words are wide enough. Don't you love that? No words are wide enough. I mean, this is good stuff. For one who loved me first. Before I knew comfort or faith, I was already held in your loving arms. You carried for me what I could not see, and you gave to me love in all of my days of my life. You know, I thought love was warm and fuzzy, but you showed me that love can also be sacrifice. And in quiet ways, you always put me first. And in your quiet of ways, what I want you to know, as I heard and felt your love in the depth of my soul, in the openness of my heart, and the way I now live my life. If there is strength or kindness in me, It's because your love was here first. You opened your heart. You watched over me and loved me into who I am. On this Mother's Day, on our final conversation together on earth, I thank you for the love that shaped me. I will miss you every day. And if I am a blessing in this world, it is because I was first blessed by you, a mother who taught me to be one with love. Whatever blessing we have the courage to choose, and it takes courage to be a blessing. Being a blessing is not born of cowardice. Being a blessing of love on this life plane right now takes a courage beyond any courage we've ever known. And so in this courage of being a blessing, there are three mothers who come together on Mother's Day. You know we're in trouble, right? Three mothers coming together on Mother's Day. And they are showing off about how great their sons are. That their son is the greatest. And the first mother goes, my son threw me a birthday party last month. He flew my friends in from all over the country. He brought, he had them chauffeured in. He had them brought in by private jet. It was a most extravagant party, at the biggest hotel. It cost a fortune. My son is wonderful. He bought me the biggest, most expensive birthday party in the whole world. My son is the best son. And then the second mother goes, oh, that's nothing. My son flew me to Greece for my birthday, and everything. Everything. We went on cruises, and we took jet trips and train trips, and all of our friends were there, and all of our family there. And I even got to go to Rome and meet the Pope. He even got me to meet the Pope. My son is the best son. And the third mother goes, nah, got you all beat. She goes, my son has been going to a psychiatrist for 40 years because of me, and all he talks about is me and me and me. My son loves me the best. So, Melissa Etheridge shares this of a mother's love. Mothers, tell your children, be quick and be strong, and always, always remind them, life is full of wonder, and love is never wrong. Be an owl. Be an owl. Be an owl. Be one with love. Marie Oliver says, there are many paths through life, and loving is not the easiest one. But who wants easier? And so today's affirmation, and I invite you to read this with me from your heart if you choose. If you don't like this affirmation, make up one of your own. Make up one of your own. Make up your own and say that. But if you feel this one works for you about being an owl, being one with love, that's our affirmation for today. But you can create your own from that amazing wonder and essence in your soul. That's on you. You don't like mine? You choose your own. But if you like mine, then I invite you to read this with me. Let's read this together. I will be one with love. And let's send this out to all of the mothers in the world and the fathers who are mothers and the brothers and sisters who's mothered us. I will be one with love. And let's send this out to our nation, which could really benefit from a really heavy prescription of love right now. I will be one with love. And so on this Mother's Day, I want to share, we had people send in photos of their moms. We do this every Mother's Day. And so I want to share some of these mothers who are here. Our first one is Dorothy Cole. Would you recognize that person? That's Dorothy Cole's mom. Beautiful, huh? There's pretty much an image there, mother and daughter. Pretty clear image. Yeah, pretty clear image there. And this is Rosemary. This is Linda Saylor's mother, Rosemary. She sent in that photo. And then Deanna and Jerry, this is a wonderful photo, sent in this photo. Thank you for sending that in. And then this photo is of my mom. And I want you to know that's on her 95th birthday. And I don't know if you can see before, but she has like a 3-pound lobster and corn on the cob right out of the farm field. And I was drinking Brandy Alexander. She was in heaven on her 95th birthday. She lived in 97.5, but this is my mom on her 95th. Anytime she had a 3-pound lobster, she was in heaven. That was heaven on earth. And this is, let me see here. Who wants to shout that out? This is Millie, am I right? This is Jerry's mom, Millie. So this is Jerry's mom, Millie. And then this is Marcia Becca's mom. So those are our moms of Mother's Day. And that ends our talk today. That ends our Mother's Day talk. But let's take this into prayer, and then Gilman will take us into song, and then we will have right after service, we're going out the front doors to the Rose Garden. We're going to have a short 10-minute rededication of the Rose Garden, remembering all of the moms out there, and all of the dads, and the brothers, and the sisters, and the dogs, and the pets, all of the memories out there. So we're going to call those forth on this Mother's Day, kind of a good day of remembering that we are all one with love. Oh, and this is, and this is Fern Westwick. So Fern Westwick, who was kind of a mother to all of us in this church. I knew Fern for a couple of years, but she was a mothering presence and a nurturing presence of the center, and will be for a long time to come. So we want to acknowledge Fern. Adrian.
Just a second, I got 2 more pictures.
We have 2 more pictures. Adrian added a couple. Good. Okay, they're not in my slideshow, so Adrian's going to pull up 2 more mom photos. And while we do that, I'm going to pray out while we bring up those photos. And so just knowing that this is a prayer of the presence and the power of that light, the prayer of the presidents of making the parade your paradise, making it your own parade, making the prayer your paradise, making the presence your paradise of heaven on earth. And we know that we make heaven on earth in our lives from that amazing essence of energy in our soul. Be a rock, whatever kind of rock it is, and from the pocket of miracles in our heart that we choose to give away every day, that's how we make life a parade of heaven on earth. And we do that by knowing and becoming one with love. And together I invite us to say, and so it is. And then Adrian's got a couple more pictures for us. It's Rosanna's.
Yes, Rosanna. And then I believe the other one is Sodi's. Let me see. Well, he didn't give me any backstory on it, but those are the 2 pictures that he gave me. So, yeah.
That's my mom and our daughter.
Very good.
There we go.
Very good. All right, so now we'll have Gilman take us into our final song.
Yeah, this song was written by a good friend of mine, and hopefully a good friend of yours, who happens to be one of my favorite New Thought songwriters. And he calls it the Unity Song. There is no separation. We connect in harmony with one singular creation. So it is, so let it be. There's a light that reach above us, and in everything we see, in the eyes of those who love us, and in those who disagree, that belies a higher power. You can find it all around in the fragrance of a flower, in a feeling or a sound. There is no separation. We connect in harmony with one singular creation. So it is, so let it be. So let's lose our expectations and set our spirits free, knowing there's no separation. I am you and you are me. We finally discover what was right there all the time. Life is love and we're all lovers. I am yours and you are mine. There is no separation. We connect in harmony with one singular creation. So it is, so let us be. So it is, so let it be. Al Yankee wrote that.
And so let us know together that there is no explanation for the way things are, but what there also is the possibility of the power of our choice to experience life the way we desire to experience it, if only we choose to create our own prose, our own poetry, and our own poems of paradise right here on earth. And I invite us now to go into our time of giving, and if the ushers will come forth and begin the collection as we read this. And I invite you to read this with me. I give and receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. If you're watching online, you can go to cslbeaumont.org. We have a donate button right in the right-hand corner on our website. You can also, at home or in the sanctuary, text GIVE to 951-420-6909. We also accept Zelle. We also accept credit and debit cards in the office. So any way you choose to give or are called to give, we have the means and methods and ways to make that happen. And so now I invite us, if you're new or you haven't been here for a while, we gather in a circle if you feel comfortable. If you want to remain seated and join us in consciousness, but we gather in a circle, we hold hands, do what's comfortable for you if you want to remain seated, and we sing our way out. So we'll have Gilman lead us in a song as we sing our way out today.
Circle up. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm shining. I just want to shout. One life living as you and me. One life living as you and me. One life loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One life shining as you and me. One life loving as you and me. 'Cause love is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm shining. I just want to shout. Hey! One life living as you and me. One life shining as you and me. One love loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One life shining as you and me. One life loving as you and me. 'Cause Lord is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. Hey! One life living as you and me. One life living as you and me. One life living as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me. One life loving as you and me. One life loving as you and me. 'Cause God is all there is.
Woo! And so our message today, something wonderful happened at CSL Beaumont, and that wonderful message that happened today is that we are all one in love, and we let our life become the love that we live. The world becomes perfect and whole and complete, exactly the way it is, exactly the way it isn't, as we move forward being one with love. And so it is. So, Rose Garden celebration, about 10 minutes out here. You can go to Carter Hall if you choose not to join us and head to lunch. And Adrian will be doing prayers in the prayer room. But we're going to head out to the Rose Garden and do a Rose Garden dedication for about 10 minutes out there and then to lunch.
In my eyes, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, in my life,